Hi, Darnell with NuWave Oven Recipes here. Let's say it's Thanksgiving morning and you forgot to thaw the turkey. What are you going to do? Or you just want turkey anytime and the only meat you've got in the house is a fully frozen whole turkey. What do? Well, the NuWave Oven is the answer because it can cook a whole turkey from frozen in a good quick amount of time. So, whether you want one for Thanksgiving or you want one just for a meal, if you've got a frozen turkey and you want to cook it today, watch this video and let me show you how it's done. Let's get started. Okay, so here's our turkey, hard frozen, about 9 pounds. See if you can see that there. About 9 pounds of turkey here, hard frozen. Gonna get this out the bag and then I'll be setting it up here, breast side up, hard frozen. Alright, so here's our frozen turkey. It's got a bag of gravy. It's still kind of stuck in there. So I'm just going to set it in here, breast side up. And I'm just going to cook it for about maybe 10 minutes at the highest power setting, which is 350 degrees. Just enough so that I can dislodge that gravy bag. You know, I think in maybe just 10 minutes it shouldn't melt into a frozen turkey because the turkey's frozen. I am using the extender ring. You will need the extender ring. You don't want too much heat getting blasted right on top of the turkey, so you want to use that extender ring to give a little more height. I've done this with 9-pound turkeys. I've done it with 11-pound turkeys. Of course, the larger the turkey you use from frozen, the longer it's going to take. So if you're coming from frozen, you might want to try and use a smaller turkey instead of a larger one. NuWave Oven can usually hold up to about a 14-pound turkey without any difficulties in the extender ring. I'm going to go ahead now and hit the time cook of 10 minutes, and it's already at 350 degrees, which is the high power setting for the NuWave Oven Pro. Just going to start heating that frozen turkey some. Try and get that gravy bag dislodged in there. Once this is all ready after 10 minutes, I'll try and get it out. Okay, 10 minutes is up. Just going to check on that gravy packet that we really want to get out of there more than anything else. It's still pretty well lodged in. Still well lodged in there. Going to have to cook it for longer. I'm going to go ahead and give it a cook time of 20 more minutes and start. This is still at 350 degrees, and we'll see how it's looking after that, how easy we can get that gravy pack out of there, and then we'll move on to some other steps. Alright, so it's been another 20 minutes, 30 minutes total. Still trying to work on this gravy bag. It's still the gravy's coming apart some, but it's still pretty well lodged in there. It's almost out. Normally I would do 30 minutes on one side, then flip, and then do the other side for about 30 minutes, but with the gravy bag, it's a little more difficult. So it's almost out and starting to move. I'm going to give it another about 20 minutes on this side, which is longer than I desired. But let's see. It's not getting really brown on the top yet. I'm going to give it another 20 minutes on this side and come back. That'll be a total 50 minutes. Alright, so another 20 minutes, 50 minutes total now. Gonna see if I can slide that bag out. It's still not wanting to come out at this point. Alright, so our things are still pretty rock solid in there. I'm just going to have to flip the turkey as is. Alright, so I got my gloves on now. As you can see, that bag is pretty resilient, even though it's been cooking for a while. Just can't get that darn thing out of there. Usually when I'm cooking from frozen, I don't puncture the bag, and it's usually, a lot of them didn't have a gravy bag when I was doing others from frozen. But, you know, I have had ones before I did from frozen, had all types of things in plastic bags. And as long as you don't puncture bags, it's, you know, nothing comes out usually until you can get things thawed enough to get them out. But in this case, we'll have some gravy coming out. But it will be okay. So now we're at breast side down. And we've got the legs and breast down there. So now I'm going to put the lid back on there, and since this has been taking a while, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this about 40 minutes. I would do 30 minutes aside, but I'm going to give it 40 minutes on this side. And let it cook on that side for a while, or really thaw on that side for a while. After about 40 minutes of thawing on that side, then we'll check things out and see what we can do from there as far as getting anything out the breast cavity, and also as far as any other work that we want to do on the turkey. Alright, so it has been 40 minutes with the breast side down. So I'm going to open up, see what's going on in here. So see, we're getting a little top browning there, a little bottom browning there, because that's the breast side down part. This darn gravy bag is still a little stuck in there. It's starting to come out a little bit, but still kind of stuck in there. And I don't feel that it's melting. As you can see, the bag's not melting in there. It's not melting on the turkey. It's just kind of stuck frozen in there. There's still ice in there. I'm still feeling ice, so that's why the gravy bag is still not dislodged yet. So it's still not coming undone. Things are still pretty frozen up. So let's see. Back is still feeling kind of hard. The front is looser. I'm going to keep it breast side down, and it's going to start getting kind of brown on this side, but I'm going to keep it breast side down, and I'm going to give it another 30 on this side. Well, things inside will start melting off, has been my experience. Even though it's breast side down, things inside do melt away. So going to get that lid back on there. Alright, I'm going to get the lid back on, but I do have some things here that I'm preparing for once it is fully thawed. So I'll just talk through those real quick. I've got here 4 cabbage leaves, basically 2 in one part and 2 inside of each other here. Those will kind of be like a ball. I'll be showing you that later. And here I've got a half an onion chopped up and 1 stalk of celery chopped up. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter chopped up here. Also going to be using some ground black pepper and some sage and some salt, and I'll be showing you all that later once this is well thawed and we get everything out of it. But let's put the lid back on there. And one other thing I forgot to mention, I've got here in this pan, I've got a 1/4 cup of canola oil and 2 tablespoons of butter melted in here, ready to go. That'll be getting rubbed on the exterior later. But for now, we're going to do cook time of 30 start. If it ever gets too over brown, I can of course put foil on it or something. But for now, we'll just let this go for another 30 minutes, and then we'll check it out later. But with the frozen turkey, you know, it's kind of a back and forth to make sure that you get it right. It's, you know, as much as I try and make the instructions for frozen turkey an exact science, it just can't be, because there are too many variables involved with frozen, including, you know, how cold your freezer is at the time that it came out of. So we'll come back in 30 minutes and then we'll work some more with this turkey. Alright, so that 30 minutes is up, so going to go ahead and see what I can do in here now. And that bag comes right out, no problem. Let's see what else I can get out of there. Alright, got some more out of there. I'm Not seeing anything else. I think we've cleared the breast cavity. That's good. I'm going to check the rear parts. And there's something in there. Also needs to be taken out. Alright, get that out. Kind of like doing surgery. Alright, got everything out the back, got everything out the front. And this turkey is very much cooking at this point. I mean, it's cooking away. So, we're getting well beyond thawed at this point. I'm going to take my oil and butter mixture that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to just start rubbing that oil and butter mixture all over the turkey. Sorry about that excess noise there. Just start rubbing it all over it. I got something else special I'm going to be putting on here before I put anything inside of it. Alright, so I've just got a little poultry seasoning. You can use any type of poultry seasoning you want, so I'm not even going to brag on this one at all. It's just the average poultry season. I just cover it with some of that on top. And I've got one other thing that is my real special add-on here. This is, as you can see, applewood smoked salt. That's right, smoked salt. And that'll give it more of a smoky flavor, is what I'm going for with this. So this is made by San Francisco Salt Company. I'll have to put a referral link down in the video description. But I'm going to throw some of this on it. We're going to see what this does for it during taste test time. And it smells smoky. I mean, this, as soon as you open the pack, you smell that smoke flavor. So I'm going to throw some of that salt, smoked salt, into the breast cavity. I want to get that smokiness in there. Got one last douse of it. Alright, I got that in there good. Now I'm gonna go grab that cabbage ball that I showed you earlier. Alright, so here's the cabbage I showed you earlier. Just simply gonna take this butter, which is getting really melty, and the celery and the onion mixture. Just going to stick that all into the cabbage. This is basically 2 cabbage leaves under one another here. Got that in there. Now I'm just going to take and shake a little, just a little salt. I actually should have used my smoked salt. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Using regular table salt when I have smoked salt. Just get some out with the hand that I know is clean. Alright, got some smoked salt on it. Now I'm just going to shake some sage in there. You can just use salt and pepper to your personal preference of taste. I'm going to get this other glove off so I can ground myself some black pepper in there. And I'll tell you, it's nothing like fresh cracked black pepper. It's a much stronger pepper flavor than just regular old pepper. Let me get my gloves back on real quick. Alright, so got my gloves on now. I'm just going to take a couple cabbage leaves and put them over the top of my cabbage ball to try and somewhat close this ball of cabbage in a bit. Now I want to get this cabbage ball into the breast area of the turkey. Just kind of stuff it in there. As best I can. Kind of a small turkey, so it's not taking very much. Now if you're wondering why I'm stuffing it with this cabbage ball of stuff, not only does it help enhance the flavor a little, it adds moisture during the cook. So that's why I do that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the lid on. And now I'm going to give it an hour. Cook time 60 minutes. Start. We'll give it an hour with that breast side up. Then I'll come on back and then maybe start doing some temperature testing. Now we're at the point where we're really cooking. And we'll get this turkey cooked up. Okay, we've got 13 minutes left in that 1 hour run, so it's been 47 minutes. But I'm ready to start trying to test the temp now, seeing how things are looking in there. It's looking like it's cooking good. So just hit the pause button. And here is our turkey thus far, using my iGrill 2 to test the temperature. So I'm just going to stick it right in the breast cavity. See what we get. As it's moving on up, moving pretty fast, moving very fast. We might be done already in less than 3 hours total. And it's going to get ready. It says it's cooked. It feels that it's fully done. I'm going to just try and check another part here. I want to try and just try and get under the thigh here. See what's shaking under the thigh. And up under the thigh, we are also reading down up under the thigh. So this turkey is cooked. This turkey is fully cooked now. So in short, we did 50 minutes with breast side up when it was fully frozen, and then we flipped it to breast side down and we did 70 minutes total breast side down. That was a total of 2 hours overall. Things were fully thawed out after 2 hours overall, and then I was able to get everything out, put my cabbage ball such in, and then we cooked it for just 47 minutes. And things are well cooked, not overcooked, but well cooked. So at this point, I'm going to get it off, get it on my cutting board, bring you back in 1 minute. Alright, so just wanted to give you a good close-up of the turkey there. Less than 3 hours from frozen. So let's see if I can take the zoom out a bit. And now I just want to adjust the camera a little there so that I can do my carving and plating. So here we go, just going to cut right into this side of the breast meat. Just that outer skin slid a little there. Alright, slicing through moist. That outer skin is just a little, it's just a little tough, but the inner meat is all very moist. There you go. Let me give you a good close look at that. I want to make sure you see it good. It's feeling very moist to me. And I don't know if you can see inside the turkey there, but the meat is very moist in there. And try and close up you in a bit. I want you to see that inner meat there is nice and moist. Maybe you can see some of that moisture on there. See that moisture coming off as I press the knife. Very moist meat, no doubt. Not overcooked at all from frozen. So let me get this camera adjusted around and we'll do a taste test of this. But first, I'll just do a little slicing of this so that it's some bite-sized pieces for me. Okay. Just cut that like this here. Alright, some good meat to eat. Now I'll get that camera adjusted and do that taste testing. Here we go, whole turkey from frozen in under 3 hours. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So I'm just going to get a piece with some of that outer skin just to taste first. Definitely taste that smoked salt in there, but it tastes pretty decent. Gonna get another one of these. Well, this one's kind of stuck together. Get some of this piece here. It's very moist meat. Let me taste one more. And one more of the outer, because, you know, we got to make sure that's good too. All right, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's very moist. It's very good. You know, with the salt, you can get some of that smoke flavor in there. Of course, with salt, you want to do that to your personal preference. You know, there's no real guide there. You know, if you use a lot of salt, it's going to have a lot of salt. If you use a little, it's going to have just a little. But that smokiness that it adds to it, a little bit of smoke flavor. I'm not going to say it's like smoking off of a smoker. It's definitely not like coming off a smoker, but it gives you a little bit of smoke flavor to enjoy. Adds a little, you know, a little smoke taste to there, which you would otherwise wouldn't have. So it's good to have. So, you know, that's how you do it. You want to do a whole turkey for Thanksgiving from frozen? Hey, don't worry. If you didn't thaw the thing out, you're still good to go. And you just follow the instructions in this video. You know, every turkey's different, but I hope that this gave you a basic guide of how to cook the turkey. I mean, it took 2 hours, 47 minutes total, and it's all good. So definitely, if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. You know, you probably have plenty of friends who may be in the same predicament of wanting to cook a turkey from frozen. So you want to share the video with your friends. You can also leave your comments, you know, as long as they're respectful. Subscribe to the channel, please, and good eating.